What's going on, man? It's your boy, man. I'm back at it, man. The mad Cleveland Browns fan. And I'm just not talking about Cleveland Browns stuff. I'm talking about everything Cleveland. That don't make sense to me. And yeah, I'm going to go on a little rant right now about how I feel about the Indians game. That really, I'm not going to use those words. So what we're going to do is, as a fan, I don't play the game. I've played it before, not on this level. But what I do understand is being a human being and playing sports. To us as a fan, we think it's just totally machinery operated, like we just turn a switch on and we turn the switch off. It's not like that with sports. You're a human being, so you might have a bad game. It happens. So this is what happened yesterday in the Indians game. All right. We know that we come into pretty much every year going into the playoffs having one of the greatest pitching staffs there is. We create monster pitchers and with our farm system and with our pitching crews, and people take our pitching staff and they go and take them and make them managers of these other teams or other pitcher staff and other teams, or whatever, from the Indians and whatever. But we know this as well, that we do not score runs in the playoffs. Why? Because we don't score runs in the regular season unless we just start getting on some hot streak, and then we always just come up with some miraculous stuff. But it's always a comeback. Like it's the cardiac type kids thing with baseball. Instead, every single time we go to the playoffs, we tend to have one of the greatest pitchers of the freaking regular season, but when it comes to the postseason, something just seems not to go right with the pitchers they choose to put in our starting lineups. So I'll say this. Okay, we know that the Indians have like a top 3-4 deep rotation with our starting pitching. And we got the young boy too. And we have a nice bullpen and closers. Right. We all know that. All the baseball analysts know this. Everybody in Cleveland know this. Our team knows this. But when we were looking at Bieber yesterday, he did not look like Bieber that we know from the regular season. Trust me, he is young, all right? In the postseason, never done this before. As the commentator said before, that he didn't get to play in the last playoff series because he didn't make it to that game for him to start. And that's the time where he should have started instead of somebody else named Corey Kluber, if I said that right. And during that playoff series, we should have also had who else play? My dude that they traded off, Bauer. Now, Bauer plays for Cincinnati Reds, and guess what? I like anything that has to do with Ohio, unless it's Ohio versus Ohio, and I'm always going to choose Cleveland over anything else, and Ohio State. But this is what I'm trying to get past to everybody right now. Last night, we're watching the game. Everybody's watching it. All around the world, everybody's watching this game. And hold on, stop. We're not cooking nothing. So what I'm trying to say, my music came on. I'm sorry about that. I said it's a rant, okay? So I'm looking at my guy, and it's like, wow. You're going against Cole, right? And it's you, right? He's been there. You haven't been there. Let's see who has their stuff early. And you can tell who's going to have their stuff early. And it happened early. Judge has not been hitting for nothing. But immediately he hits a bomb with his first pitch. If you're an Indians person, you know that's not a good sign for Shane Bieber. So then you start to think, that's a great sign for the New York Yankees, who's been slumping until they go against this Cy Young Award-winning pitcher that the Indians always tend to have going into the playoffs. Bring back memories of, we had Justin Masterson. We had Cliff Lee. We done had the CC Sabathias. We done had the, like I just said, we traded Bauer. We just traded my dude who should have been playing in the playoffs last year, Clevenger. He should have been starting more in the playoffs last year. But for some reason, these great pitching coaches that we have in Cleveland don't know how to use the rotation the way they should use it in the playoff format when you're supposed to only win 4 games or 2 games. Right now, we have home field advantage. We fought so hard to get this home field advantage, and we got it with our starting ace and pitcher. Yes, I'm not blaming this game on him. What I'm telling you, he's a human being, and this happens because the game is real. He is not a machine. But in the 3rd inning, you should have started warming somebody up because they had his number early. Why didn't you? Bye.